Hey guys, okay, today I am going to do my questions and answers video. I've got my questions already, so let's go. Okay, my first question is, how long have you been interested in Wicca or witchy stuff, and what first got you interested in it? Okay, okay, I've probably been interested in Wicca, witchy stuff since, God, back when I was in, high school. Um, Probably back when Charmed used to be on Channel 5 every day. Me and two of my friends used to be majorly obsessed with it. We used to watch it all the time, and we even nicknamed ourselves Piper, Prue, and no, yeah, Piper, Prue, and Paige. I was Piper. Um, yeah, I used to really like watching it and everything like that, and I'd already seen practical magic and the craft and stuff well before that came on. So I don't know, it's a long age thing. And then I remember them. I can't remember which one it was, which episode. It's such a long time ago. Can't remember which one it was now, but anyway, it was one that said the word Wicca. So I googled it, and it came up with all about Gerald Gardner and all about how and then the Salem witch trials and so much stuff. And I was just like, whoa, this is really interesting. So I guess it just went on from there, really. I started my own book of shadows. It's not very good, but it's how I like it to have, and it's like a reference book as well, so it's not too bad. Um, yeah, so that's kind of it on that one, really. I mean, I'm, I don't know, I sort of just got into it, and then the more you read about it, the more you sort of, there's so much to learn. I mean, I haven't even scratched the surface of what I do. I have to wait till I get my own place before I can actually do anything. Because parents haven't even remotely attempted to do it. My mum found my thane the other day and well, you can guess where that kind of went. Oh, and for any non-witchy person, an athame is a dagger type thing. It's about yay long. The one I have is as blunt as anything. I don't think they're actually meant to be or designed to be sharp. The picture, if you want to see mine, is on my Facebook page. I'll link the link below to my page. I think it's just pictures of my office or in my witchy room or something like that. Anyway, if you just look on my pictures, it'll be in there somewhere in one of the albums. You may see a picture of me like this with a pumpkin behind me or bookshelf, something like that. I have no idea. But yeah, that's that one. Going on to question 2. How many spells have I done and were they successful? The only spells I've done are banishing spells, which are really just banishing negativity spells. Everybody has their own way of doing it. Now, in the books, you have to light candles, you have to you have to call the goddess down, you have to do lots and lots and lots of different things. You have to do it on certain days, certain moon phases, certain times of the day, blah 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 blah. But to me, I'm not wearing it today, and I haven't worn it for quite a while, but I always feel like the goddess I follow, which happens to be Bas, which is the Egyptian cat goddess, I always feel like she's with me because I have cats. I have 4 cats, so kind of hard to get away from her really. Not that I would want to, but yeah. So I always feel like she's with me anyway. So I don't feel like I have to call her to me. I just feel like I can say, okay, I'm gonna do this. This is why, and get on with it really. How I do a banishing spell for negativity is all you really need is one pen, whether it be whatever colour you want, one piece of toilet paper, or 2, depending on how long the list of things that you want to banish are, and a toilet that flushes quite well. That's it. I literally get my pen, get my piece of toilet paper, write it down on the toilet paper, and flush it away. That's it. It may not work for anyone else, and somebody who is really into this probably sat there thinking, oh my god, she can't do that, that's not right, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. Hey, if that works for you, that's fine. But to me, it's worked quite well. So, it's whatever works for you, that's the easiest thing, that's all I can say. But that's the only real spell I've done, maybe because everything else. But yeah, try it. I'm not saying that, I'm not saying it's going to work because everybody has their own views on it, but, just give it a go. My third question is, besides Wicca, what is your other passion or passions? Photography is one, hence my whole going back to college video to do photography. I used to write a lot of scripts. They would be kind of, depending on what phase I was going through, like the majority of them are Green Day phased, about Green Day and all this, that and the other. I would turn around and publish them, but I'd have to go through and change all the names and everything else, and if I didn't change the names I'd have to go through the whole copyright sort of thing, because obviously their names, I did all not background checks, but I had a folder with you can go on to, is it not IMDb, something like IMDb, and it comes up with their name, their age, where they're from, their profile, everything, and I had literally a ring binder and it had 3 sections, one for Billy, one for Mike, and one for Trey, and I literally just did everything. The other ones were about, there was this TV series on in Canada called Higher Ground, and it had, the reason I liked it so much was one, because it had Hayden Christensen in it, who is the guy who plays Anakin Skywalker in the Star Wars films. He's also, I'm not sure what else he's been in, but he's a great actor, and I felt like I could relate to that. And then I found out that they had only made 1 series, so I was really angry, so I made my own, so I made series 2. And it's just, I just really, really enjoyed doing it. I actually got told off a lot in school because, especially in English, I'd be writing my scripts in my English lesson, and I remember being sat next to my mum and dad on parents' evening. We got to my English teacher, oh yes, blah, blah, all the things they do say. Most of mine was your concentration isn't very good, you need to listen more, same old, same old. But then it got to the section where it was, yes, Jade needs to concentrate a little bit more, and she needs to stop writing scripts in my lessons. I appreciate that she's into the whole writing, and it's very, very good, but she needs to stop doing it in my lessons and doing it in her own time. Really, but I haven't done any scripts in absolutely ages. I have so many which I've started. I've written you can get A4 pages, A4 books like this, and I've written 7 of those, and then I've just stopped. So, but apart from that, watching DVDs, have a huge, I have a 250 DVD holder, and I think I have 220 DVDs. That includes some box sets that are at the bottom. But yeah, I have loads. I love my DVDs. So yeah, that's kind of it on that one. My 4th question is, do you prefer day or night to do spells? Again, going back to my question of what spells have you done and have they been successful? Sometimes in the books they'll say you have to do spells at certain times. It has to be done just as the sun's rising, or just as the sun's setting, or when the moon is, I can never remember the proper terminology for the moon phases, but at a specific moon phase, things like that. I don't really go by that. Again, somebody's probably going to be sitting there thinking, oh my god, you can't do that. But to me, it just seems to work for me. I'm always working in the day, and when I was with my ex, I was always doing something in the day on the weekend, so the night was the only other time I had to do it. But I kind of find that just doing it whenever you can really just works for me. You can go the whole 9 yards and follow each and every single step that comes with books, or that's in the books. But a spell that can take 10 minutes could take you 2 hours doing the whole preparation thing, casting your circle, calling the goddess, giving your offerings, sorting out your altar. Oh, it's just so time consuming, and if you want a quick sort of, not fix, but a quick, yeah, you could say quick fix actually. Say for me for a banishing spell, I could be really frustrated at having like a block, a writer's block when I'm doing my scripts. So I could just quickly write down, I'm going to banish the negativity that comes with a writer's block. I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea, I'm going to have 5 minutes and I'm going to come down and bam, it'll be, hopefully it'll be okay. You could do it and it could work. Or you could take 2 hours, get the same result, but you've wasted 2 hours. It's however whatever is best for you, really. That's all I can say. Fifth one. If I could hug anyone when I'm sad, who would it be? Okay, if I could hug anyone when I'm sad, it would probably be my best friend Jade, who I met when I was in college, because she gives the most amazing hugs. We have a special code name for our hugs, but no, she always gives really, really, really good hugs, especially if you let you down, because she's so bubbly and happy, and oh, she's just amazing. And I just like, when you're feeling down or anything like that, she's just the best person to get a hug from, because she just sort of gives you some of the happiness and some of the bubbliness and everything like that in a hug, and you just feel like you've had a weight lifted off you. That's how I feel anyway. But yeah, so if I could hug anybody, it would be my best friend Jade. Question 6. If I could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? Anyone who knows me well would know that the place I would love to live is America. I have no idea. I've always been a bit of an America freak, really. I don't know why, but I have. And then I went to Orlando, I went to Kissimmee in Orlando, Florida when I was about 12. And that was it. That was it. I had to live in America. I just loved the way, I don't know, it felt like home to me. It felt more like home to me than it does living over here in the UK. I have no idea why. And I was kind of sad actually when we were over there and we went shopping to get some food, milk, tea bags, the usual kind of thing you need when you get there, because we stayed in a bungalow. We didn't stay in like a hotel or whatever like that. So we went shopping, and the lady who was there, I was wandering around the shop, and when I came to meet my mum and dad, they'd obviously put the shopping in a brown paper bag. I went mad. I was like, oh my god, they put it in a bag, they put it in a brown paper, and I was just like having a complete freako moment. But the woman behind the counter was like, okay, cool, see you later, kind of thing. I was just like completely nuts. But yeah, I just seem to like the way things work over there, and I've got a lot of friends who live in different states in America, and they're so cool, and you can relate to them and how they feel about certain things, and Plus, which the weather over there is always like really nice. I know certain areas, like I know Tiptoe Chick mentions that when she went to Washington, it rained all the time. I wouldn't live in Washington because I don't like the rain. I like to listen to it, but I don't like going out in it. So I like to live in a state where it's like nice and warm. I mean, I know when we were on holiday in America, it rained and we were in the pool and the rain was warm. It was incredible. It wasn't cold like it is over here. It was lovely. Anyway, enough about that. Number 7. Which places do I want to visit in the world and why? I've already mentioned America, but America would be one of them, so I'm not going to go into that one. I'd love to go to Australia. I watch Wanted Down Under quite a lot. I don't know if anyone else watches that, but I really like. I don't know. I just like the lifestyle over there. It always seems, the weather always seems really nice. The beaches and the houses are gorgeous, and just the fact that there's quite a lot to do over there. Probably is exactly the same as what we do over here, but you don't have koalas and kangaroos hopping around the parks and stuff like that, but you do over there. I don't know, it just seems really nice. I'd love to go to Tokyo, or just another sort of part of Japan, because I think the Japanese are amazing people. They're so talented and just genuinely lovely people, and I love the language. I love the way they speak it. It's so, I could listen to a Japanese person speak Japanese all day. I think it's incredible. I wanted to go to Egypt when I wanted to do Egyptology. When I was in year 11, I did archaeology from my work experience because I wanted to be an Egyptologist, which, yes, started off by watching The Mummy. And stupidly, my imagination told me that it was going to be exactly like what's in the films, not resurrecting a 1,000-year-old mummy and sort of annoying him and setting off a curse or anything, but walking around the tombs, finding certain things, which it probably is. But when I did it, I kind of thought, I'm not going to get much money out of this. The travelling is going to be a lot, and then it just kind of went from there, really. But I still like it, and I'm still really interested in it. But as well, I always used to think that the pyramids and everything like that were like right out in the middle of the desert. Well, the pyramids are here, from what I've seen. The road and like the main road is like right by here, so it's not as, oh yeah, let's go to Egypt, as what I thought it was going to be. America, Australia, Japan, Egypt. New Zealand is probably another one, just because of the sights. There's so many beautiful sort of scenery aspects of it. I know when we watch Lord of the Rings, all the kind of big mountain up top hills, things like that, all that was filmed over in New Zealand. I'd probably just travel, take loads of pictures, and just to say sort of like I've been here, there, and things like that. So yeah, that's on that one. What's the worst thing I've done when I was drunk? I think that will probably come under when I first went out for my first ever drink with my ex-boyfriend and his mates, and I never really gotten drunk before. Didn't have that many, but for a first time drinker, I was probably too much or whatever, and I wasn't pacing myself or anything. And when we got home, back to his house, we were sleeping upstairs in his brother's room. We were just upstairs in the room that was ours at the time, and his cat Tabby, bless her heart, God rest her soul, was sleeping on the floor, and I decided to be Mrs. Independent and not to turn the light on. And the chimney, not the chimney breast as they call it, went straight up through the middle of the house and was stuck in, sort of pushed out into the bedroom. And I fell over a cat and hit my head right on the corner of the chimney. Took a chunk out the wall as well. That was fun. I woke up with a massive headache the next day. Couldn't tell whether it was from the wall or whether it was from the drink. I don't know if I've actually drunk that much since, but there we go for that. Number 9. If I was stuck on a desert island and I could choose 5 celebrities to take with me, who would I choose and why? Ooh, this one's a tough one. I would probably take I never know how I'm pronouncing this guy's surname properly. Ian, is it Summerhays? Something like that. The guy who plays Damon in the Vampire Diaries. I think he's absolutely gorgeous, and I think he probably was just a really interesting person to talk to. He'd probably have lots of stories to tell, and just generally a nice person to take with you. Maybe I'll take 5. Kristen Stewart would be another one. I know probably some people on here are being like, oh my god, why would you take her with you? She doesn't smile. She cheated on Robert Pattinson, whatever. Who cares? People get cheated on all the time. Just because she's a celebrity, it shouldn't make any difference. I love her. I think she's such a talented actress. She has a really, really cool fashion sense. I like the way she dresses. And she's done so many amazing films. People just associate her with like Twilight, but she was in Panic Room with Jodie Foster. Yes, that was Kristen Stewart. Was in, sorry, I can see my DVDs from here. Zathura, Welcome to Riley's. She was in the Land of Women, The Messengers, obviously Twilight. She's been on the road, Snow White and the Huntsman. She's been in so many different films that it's just like, I just love them. So yeah, Kristen Stewart would be another one. I would take Jensen Ackles with me, who plays Dean in Supernatural, having a dull moment there. Probably same sort of reason as Ian Summerhays, really, because they're just he's just a really interesting guy, and he's so funny. The outtakes from Supernatural have me literally crying and in stitches every time. I think he's really, really funny and really, really cool. Can't remember who I'm on now. My 4th person would be Miley Cyrus. Now, before anybody gets on my case about this, because I know so many people don't like her, I don't care. Please do not comment on this video bitching and moaning about her, because I don't care. Your comment will just be removed and deleted because I'm not interested. Everybody grows up. Alright, fine, she's grown up and she's literally gone from Disney princess to, whatever she feels she is now. Big difference, but people grow up. She cannot stay this Hannah Montana Disney princess all her life. She's 20, I think. She's not. Anyway, look, I'm not going to go into it. But I think she's a real bubbly person. She's really cool. I think she's got a great singer. She's got a great voice. She is a great singer. And I can kind of relate to the songs that she sings as well. I always find it like I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, I can relate to that. I think it's really cool. So yeah, so that's 4. Who else would I take? I have no idea. I literally didn't write any of this down. This is literally just, I was going to and I decided not to. I'm actually stuck. I have no idea. Just looking at my DVDs, probably going from just what I can see, I'd probably take, I'm not pronouncing her name properly at all probably, but Mila Jovovich, probably just because she's such an interesting person. I really think she's an amazing actress. And she's really tough as well, so if you were stuck in a desert island, she could, she's fought zombies and everything else in the film, so she's probably got a couple of tricks stuck up her sleeve, so I think she'd probably be the best person to take with you on a desert island. Yeah. I think that was 5. So those are my 5 people and why I would take them. And my last question is, what is my favourite makeup product and why? I would probably say my favourite one is my eyeliner. When I was in like secondary school, I remember, you do your makeup, you put your mascara on, whatever else that you use, and I remember I never used to use eyeliner, and then I stayed over a friend's house who was doing my makeup for school the next day, and then she was like, oh, try my eyeliner. I was like, what's that? How do you use it? Kind of thing. Anyway, she told me, so I put it on, and I was like, whoa, that makes such a difference. I really like it, and I haven't stopped using eyeliner since. I always use black. I know you can get different coloured ones, but I've always preferred black. And I just think it's just something I would never stop using. I think I look terrible without eyeliner on now. It's just something I have to use. I've got so used to looking at myself with eyeliner on. There's like, like people say, oh, I feel naked without a watch or something like that, and that's my need, so to speak. Okay, well that is my 10 questions. Done. I hope that those questions gave you a little bit more of an insight on me. If you have any other questions you want to ask, feel free to do so. And I probably will do another questions and answers video again sometime, probably. I'm not sure when, but at some point. So I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you want any feedback on anything, like want to ask me anything, then that's fine. So yeah, that's it for the minute, and I shall see you soon.